Good afternoon, good morning, or good night, whatever time of day that you are listening to this. Today we will be reading SCP-055. Item number SCP-055. Object Class Keter. Special Containment Procedures. Object is kept within a 5 by 5 by 2.5 metre square room constructed of cement, 50 centimetre thickness, with a Faraday cage surrounding the cement walls. Access is via a heavy containment door measuring 2 by 2.5 metres, constructed on bearings to ensure door closes and locks automatically unless held open deliberately. Security guards are not to be posted outside SCP-055's room. It is further advised that all personnel maintaining or studying other SCP objects in the vicinity try to remain a distance of at least 50 metres from the geometric centre of the room, as long as this is reasonably practical. Description: SCP-055 is a self-keeping secret, or anti-meme. Information about SCP-055's physical appearance, as well as its nature, behaviour and origins, is self-classifying. To clarify, how Site-19 originally acquired SCP-055 is unknown. When SCP-055 was obtained, and by whom, is unknown. SCP-055's physical appearance is unknown. It is not indescribable or invisible. Individuals are perfectly capable of entering SCP-055's container and observing it, taking mental notes or written notes, making sketches, taking photographs, and even making audio/video recordings. An extensive log of such observations is on file. However, information about SCP-055's physical appearance leaks out of a human mind as soon after such an observation. Individuals tasked with describing SCP-055 afterwards find their minds wandering and lose interest in the task. Individuals tasked with sketching a copy of a photograph of SCP-055 are unable to remember what the photograph looks like, as are researchers overseeing these tests. Security personnel who have observed SCP-055 via closed-circuit television cameras emerge after a full shift, exhausted and effectively amnesiac about the events of the previous hours. Who authorised the construction of SCP-055's containment room, why it was constructed in this way, or what the purpose of the described containment procedures may be are all unknown. Despite SCP-55's container being easily accessible, all personnel at Site-19 claim no knowledge of SCP-055's existence when challenged. All of these facts are periodically rediscovered, usually by chance readers of this file, causing a great deal of alarm. This state of concern lasts minutes at most before the matter is simply forgotten about. A great deal of scientific data has been recorded from SCP-055 but cannot be studied. At least one attempt has been made to destroy SCP-055 or possibly move it from containment at Site 19 to another site, meeting failure for reasons unknown. SCP-055 may present a major physical threat, and indeed may have killed many hundreds of personnel, and we would not know it. Certainly it presents a gigantic, memetic, mental threat, hence its Keter classification. Document number 055-1. An analysis of SCP-055. The author puts forward the hypothesis that SCP-055 was never formally acquired by Redacted, and is in fact an autonomous or remotely controlled agent inserted at Site 19 by an unidentified third party for one or all of the following purposes: to silently observe or interfere with activities at Site 19, to silently observe or interfere with activities at other SCP locations, to silently observe or interfere with activities of humanity worldwide, to silently observe or interfere with other SCP objects, or to silently observe or interfere with Redacted. No action to counter any of these personal threats is suggested or indeed theoretically possible. Addendum A. Hey, if this thing really is an anti-meme, why doesn't the fact that it's an anti-meme get wiped? We must be wrong about that somehow. Wait a minute. What if we were to keep notes about what it isn't? Would we remember those? Quote by Bartholomew Hughes, NSA. Document number 055-2. Report of Dr. John Madachek. Survey team number 19-055-127BXE was successfully able to enter SCP-055's container and ascertain the appearance and, to some degree, the nature of the object. Notes were taken according to the project methodology, see Redacted, after which the container was sealed again. Excerpt from a transcript of personnel debriefing follows. Dr. Hughes. Okay, I'm going to need to ask you some questions about number 55 now. Redacted. Number what? SCP Object 55. The object you just examined. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't think we have a 55. Okay then, Redacted. I'd like you to tell me what you've been doing for the past 2 hours. What? Subject appears uncomfortable. I don't know. Okay then, do you remember that we all agreed that it wasn't spherical? That what wasn't? Oh, right. It isn't round at all. Object 55 isn't round. So, you remember it now? Well, no. I mean, I don't know what it is, but I know that there is one. It's something you can't remember, and it's not a sphere. Wait a minute. What's not a sphere? Object 55. Object what? Doc, do you remember appears to be possible that what SCP-055 is not, negotiations of fact, and to repeatedly deduce its existence from these memories. Personnel involved with survey number 19-055-127-BXE reported moderate levels of disorientation and psychological trauma associated with cycles of repeated memory and forgetfulness of SCP-055. However, no long-term behavioural or health problems were observed, and psych assessments of survey personnel showed consistent reports of this distress fading over time. Recommendations: it may be worthwhile to post at least one staff member capable of remembering the existence of SCP-055 to each critical site. And that's all of SCP-055 for now. If you enjoyed watching this video or listening to this video, please like, comment and subscribe if you got this far. And if you didn't get this far, well then please